Today, inside the program, we will talk to the Minister of Labour and Social Employment and Social Security, we na Mohammed Rahman Soare. We the na the studio for talk about labour issues. Them among them, we will get for look at the Koidu limited issues. We side and don't go into care and maintenance. What this mean for the labour sector and how far the ministry we don't go for settle the issue between Koidu limited and the Okmandem. For Sekadas, I want to welcome the minister at the program. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Yes, good morning. Good morning.
Okay. We're glad to forget you now the studio this morning for highlight some of the activities then at the labor sector. For listeners and viewers, we start with the work permits we unabidole na parliament. What in this work permits mean and the consultation we wanna get around that now?
Well, so work permits everywhere. An instrument where governments then get for regulate the people then non-nationals there where they come into the country, right? It is our various purposes. One, like control mechanism. It gets national security implications. Government will use as an instrument for generate revenue. Government they use for protect local jobs and local opportunities for them people there. So now then various reasons and they government they use them for. Yeah.
Okay. When we don't develop this, when we don't go to the parliament, what will be happen from that stage day and what are the current status of them?
Well, so this for this country will be not allowed buying for a long time. So what I take over the ministry, one of the things where then they brief me, I look at the work permit regime. I find out say the fees and where them they charge they way below regional average. So me and my colleagues there, me and my team, we work together, we do a research, we compare them fees and they will go cabinet and make a compelling case for them. Cabinet at the time may approve with proposals then. We come, we engage prior and after with the business community. So we can go parliament, they may say the consultations not be enough. And besides, this was the first time we were doing a raise, so let it be gradual. That year it shocked them because they may pay something like 6,000 leones, new leones, right? 6 million old leones and they pay. But back then in Liberia for the last 15 or so years they've been only pay $1,000. Yeah. Guinea currently they pay $5,000 all and stuff and but business community now that one they be new to them. So then go make a case to parliament, will not consult widely enough. So parliament being, moderate, then talk to moderate and that. Instead of putting cabinet be approved, I will 34 million, we now $1,500 for non-ECOWAS citizens because that is what prevails in like Liberia. Guinea $5,000. So just before you ask me the next question, why won't they do so? We'll get that table in Ghana, now $1,000. If in a short term, 6 months or less, now $1,000, $500. So do all ends in it. So then we moderate them. So this year, the understanding then was we will raise next year the consciousness and awareness goes on there among the business community. So this year we'll come back and say, look, we spoke last year, then we moderate that fee, but the thing where cabinet may approve is still there. So we want for effect now. So but still we want to do justice to the business community because His Excellency President Bill don't commit for create an enabling environment for businesses. So we want they take a decision together, we journey with them together. So we call them in. Now part of that, now last week we consult, we engage a few business communities and they then tell we say they're not being part of the initial engagement last week. So we brought in the table, then say come in. Yeah, the British Chamber of Commerce, CAPA, one of the agricultural group. So everybody been there yesterday. So we'll make a compelling case again, then second in position. We'll get the interaction been very good, been very cordial, been friendly, been very informative. And insightful.
So during this consultation, and according to you, Parliament and Cabinet being great force for 6 million leones.
Now
we be meet for say on say on one Adam and on go na Parliament. The people say no, now consult them. Then during this consultation, you don't start now. Waiting at the fee and waiting at the own take on where una present this today and wanna say una want Adam waiting at the own say waiting them be suggest.
Well, so I wish you been get one of in the studio when we talk anyway, but I get for standing for them now. Number one, may not see a business community where they go before any kind of levy. Say, oh, glad for this levy, oh, they don't can impose on we. You always expect, then say go get concerns there, yeah. So they make concerns there. Number two, this is not a new levy. We'll make them very clear to them, and now they're not contestant. We'll tell them the prevailing situation na the other country, then comparable countries there. So they know so we get our data correct, we'll get our facts there correct, we'll get everything correct. Yeah. So the consultations don't continue. Will they continue the engagement? Part of the case we'll make yesterday, like we've always done. Yeah. But this time it be more data driven. You when I find out say about a month ago, we send out public notices. We they ask all employers in the country, we get experts then or known Sierra Leonean nationals in the employment for send that data. We wanna see that public notice. So we send it out. We have had a lot of cooperation from many of the outlets there. In fact, it's an offense if you not give that data or request for. So we don't look through them data then, we don't compile them, we don't pivot them, we don't see say now this country some people don't stay 15 years, 17 years, 10 years, now expert in the role. The law they say, you know, during that period, in fact any expert staying in some country 10, 15 years, you don't fail. Part of the duty in what kind of situation for transfer skills, for transfer expertise, so that you get a new crop where they take after you after a couple of years it phase out. So we are now saying apart from just work permit, we tell the employers and say this law we want law move towards development of the local talents then, identification and development of local talents. We want for make sure say we transfer skills then. So Sierra Leoneans then go get the right skill sets, the right competencies there and the right experience for succeed after a period of, you know,
so during this consultation they do una get any law they wanna put on able for educate them people here for say because one challenge you una don't get the Ministry of Labour here in here and out now that we then don't put this amount of work permit so then they go some money pay work permits for imposing some money even adhere to the figure with to the amount where they can say any law they wanna don't put on don't explain so they say if we say this we all don't agree then on another one that's so the law go bet you and as on this fine you go pay.
You already know the law. The law clearly, the work permit regulations clearly make provision for that. I think any defaults, because I make it clear yesterday. Once the law say anybody who they work now without a resident and work permit now an offense, right? Punishable, I think something like 30 months of basic minimum, 300 months of basic minimum wage now for pay. So if you add 800 times 300, now that money that you will pay if you get an illegal. Because if you can't hire, you work hire, you not get to work permit, now illegal thing they do. So now so the punishment say it could even result to imprisonment or both fine and imprisonment. So it's pretty serious the law.
Look at the.
I just move on for complete that thing. How did but people don't escape through the net, you know, for various reasons. Number one, you know, the work permit system a manual. Over the years, since 1808, we become a crown colony, it's remained manual. The president said, look, we're going to deploy digitalization for effective service delivery. Now, one of the pillars, you know, one of the pillars of the 5 big game changers. So we they now say, we put down there at the heart and center of the delivery per work permit and related things. So we don't already concession the work permit contract. So a private sector player will come in, support with logistics, support with everything, you know, so that we're able to digitalize that. We are almost there in coming days. I will be in Parliament for the Parliament ratify that.
For we listeners and viewers, what are them this work permits they target and what are the different categories them and the cost we then get for pay?
Okay, so principally work permit they target anybody who is a non-Sierra Leonean national who is working at this country. It could be from ECOWAS. ECOWAS then say you get the free movement of people, goods and services. So you come out a country for purposes of residence, so you get 90 days window for let's say during which period and they expect say they obtain your resident permit, then you go on to obtaining a work permit if you want to work there. right? I mean, now they apply all other nationals. You can forget resident permits and work permits for like working at a country because you know get work permits if you not get resident permits. You know, so that's the logic. So right now, the proposal is the two key proposals. One now for non-ECOWAS citizens in the formal sector, right? Now 34,000 millions, right? I think that's something like $1,500. Then you get ECOWAS nationals with now $1,000. I mean, because of the level of information we will get at our disposal, they look very high. But let me share a personal experience. I've been on share under the studio, but for people that who probably don't miss that one day. In 2010, between 2012 and 2012, Mr. Nabi expert in Liberia. Yeah, my employers then paid for me $1,000 United States dollars as an ECOWAS citizen for work permit, $500 for ECOWAS for resident permit. Right? This was 13 or so years ago. Right? And now they try for play catch up. So people then they say increase. The baseline was eroded. Yeah. Now, so we are merely playing catch up at and yesterday.
On this labor or work permits, when I get any category of people we for come na salon for can do work, are they asking?
Yes.
Because we don't see most of the foreign business people, now them foreign business shops there, then they come with them brothers then for if we do shopkeeping. When I get any limitation to who can work in the import person for can do na salon?
Yes. The law very clear. You only bring in a third country national, or an expat. I use them very advisedly. A third country national or an expat for can do work na. If you don't exhaustively source the market, you're not able to get a competent, qualified Sierra Leonean who get the right skill sets there, who get the right competencies there, right? That is when you for able to bring in a third country national or an expat. But law note, when they say you go down, you show proof to the commissioner of labor, say we don't make effort, but we're not able to get this kind of person. Yeah, so the effort, the evidence will be advertised. You don't advertise this job, we don't take 1 month, we don't advertise, we don't re-advertise, and so paper then, so social media platform, so digital platform then, we're not able to get Sierra Leoneans. You show the one who you get. These ones cannot tick our boxes, so they bring in an expert. That is what the law says. Okay. But because the process is so manual now, that one they had for track. We are now saying in the next few days, inshallah, probably tomorrow, I might be in Parliament tomorrow for with digitalization contract. If that is approved, once they go through Parliament, we will begin putting them process in place. Manually, it's a nightmare for tracker.
Okay.
Now, we also expect in coming days. If it pleases the Public Service Commission, since September last year, His Excellency graciously approved for our employ about 150 people. That is yet to be done. We look forward to that. When that happens, we'll have boots on the ground everywhere. Now the private sector, SSL will be interested. Yeah, so we can't wait to. These are exciting times at the Ministry of Employment, I can guarantee you.
The program now, good morning, salute the country from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and as we mentioned earlier today, they look at the issue now Koidu Limited after we announced this BN10C, then they go into care and maintenance phase due to emergency circumstances. Then we don't lead to plenty issues. Them waiting this mean for the labor sector now Koidu Limited and self waiting at the status of the workman them. We been the raise concern and demonstrate for SECA the condition of work. Online now we get Charles Kainesi in the president for the Koidu Labours Union at the program. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning. Good morning, Radio Democracy. Good morning, Freetown. Good morning to the people of Sierra Leone.
Okay. As you get from my introduction earlier, Koidu Limited announced that they're going to care and maintenance this BN10. And before this time, when I've been on, they get issue for SECA on a condition of work. But this latest announcement, before we can look at that condition of work, get anything for do with the labor sector now Koidu Limited?
Oh yes. It gets a lot to do with the labor force now Koidu Limited. That's obvious.
How?
One thing, the name once again.
Musa.
Okay, Mr. Musa, one thing why they put to you and the people of this country, we do not just, you don't know more than say then they're going to care and maintenance. Now, where we raise, we issues them, at the end of the day, after a lot of discussion, then all of the sudden, when they not agreed into which they're supposed to do for we, then the following day will just see care and maintenance. And we as Econo, it did not happen once to we parent them, we father them, during the days of NDC. Now to then grab and go with the money. So as a result of that, we no one again follow us, you know, and begin to tell story, or let we begin and not tell story. So the best you will be able to do, let them pay we off. If at all any financial constraint and them they go through, I think they tell them in the grumble say diamond price don't fall, then they get challenged with the diamond price. Now that time for don't carry without them care and maintenance. But after where you don't fraud me, you don't abuse me, then they still try for dump me again with the English or with you point where you say care and maintenance. That's not what we let them for pay we off as pan. We let our send to HE, the President, His Excellency Dr. Jiros Madabio.
Now, instead therefore pay una off, Koidu Limited management in any way don't reach out to una with these and decisions as we then say they're going to care and maintenance. They don't communicate unto una.
No, they're not communicating unto we because we get a moral guarantor then where then they negotiate on we own behalf because as of now, we all then our houses then or sit on the wait. So the people the way then they negotiate on we behalf, I believe, then we don't communicate with the when the Minister of Labor and Social Security and we own big sister when our Excellency Dr. Fatima Jabibio, President of Africa First Ladies.
Now, at this moment, you say una still there na host. Una be don't raise concern for una welfare. Then welfare then be don't be addressed at all.
My brother, if their welfare they may not address, like say now we various and offices then with the work. But as we talk, Koidu Limited, we no go shame and no go be afraid for call and that name they defiant. They not get respect for the authorities of this land, and even for the government, they not get respect for them. So whatever directive could you imagine, government they pamper them. It bio them in a way for no more how them will see let them not be say government use the muscle against them. But then they think and say now they all right. How government they try for bring things in that peace way, then they go at the government in that harsh way. So as a result of that, my brother, it's very difficult. Koidu Limited is a defiant company, they not get respect for authority, they don't abuse the human rights then as we stop, they still they abuse the rights them.
What you do at this moment as we dey talk because they don't announce that and you say una get moral guarantors them we una think say they don't communicate to. What you wanna do at this moment when I don't read the news say Koidu Limited don't announce it and they go into care and maintenance. We mean say then they streamline the operation.
What we do when this letter come or see on social media and I will confirm indeed it was true. We say just like what I've been done start for tell you. We write the president. We tell and say, okay, if them people then they go into care and maintenance, now them business will not go stop them say they're not going to care and maintenance. All them able for do for we. They're not going able to sit down a house and wait for them. We'll get a lot. Some of winner maintenance then, some of winner drivers then, some of winner carpenter then. We get other things for do. So the best way they're able to do, let them pay with terminal benefit or we backlog the way them don't take from we, where them don't fraud we, let them pay we am. And as it is, we've been done right HE, we make a date, but as a result, based on 2-3 advices the way they get from moral guarantors then, we want to take to the street. For say we wear black on the 4th of this month, April, but we've been advised, let's wait as how big one then they involve and negotiate for let things happen as expected.
What you want for see we go tap now not for going on the streets?
Sorry again?
What you want for see the authority then do we go tap now not for going on street as soon as don't plan?
The thing we go stop we because one thing where somebody don't come up far, he don't left in comfort zone. Example like the first lady, he don't left in comfort zone, he left in Peking there all the way, travel in the middle of the night. They reach to win I am. If you don't clear so say and he get interest for we, he get concern over we. So whatever advice we give, would they go by that? Like when he say no, this will not be the appropriate thing to do to go to street. I think we'll not get all that but to revert our bishop.
How true that una demonstrate yesterday?
No. Far from it, nobody no demonstrate.
Thank you very much for joining me in the edition of the program Good Morning Salon. Charles Kainesi, in the president for the workers union na Koidu Limited. They raised them concern after we Koidu we don't announce it. They go into care and maintenance. We according to them, therefore pay them off as the company don't take this decision. Well, we try for reach Koidu Limited through the director of corporate affairs, when Ibrahim Toure, but according to Ram, management of Koidu Limited don't advise them, say they not foresee anything on this issue as well. But we still get the Minister of Labour, the program Mohammed Rahman Sware. When they come back to the work permit issues, plenty unanswered questions then, but you don't get from the Koidu Limited workman them presidents. This are them concern. And you are one of the moral guarantors them they mention according to Ram. They wait for get from Una now. Una we don't get this news say Koidu Limited they go into care and maintenance.
I see the way you frame it, very, very important for putting in context. Care and maintenance not something where they wake up and go into. So what they don't do, now forgive the Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources, notice say the intent for going to care and maintenance. Yesterday, it take you to, if you read the Mines and Minerals Act, you know, a lot of conditions and the way you get for fulfill. For the minister grants and the minister has to grant you that authorization for going to care and maintenance. You know, so yesterday I got the opportunity for get a free lecture from my colleague minister on the process there. So we are not into care and maintenance yet. As far as the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Resources is concerned, Koidu is still operational, right? We will not reach that threshold yet. They not grant authorization yet. You know, so that one day, if you want to go into details, I think the most competent person for talk to either in or somebody from the Ministry of Mines. No, the Ministry of Mines. It's a mines related thing.
But earlier yourself, where you been in a studio the last time, say Koidu Limited, whenever una try for engage them, they're not in sometimes listening to una. And I think say at this time they will listen to government before they go into care and maintenance, because then workmen are now concerned. But then the couple we don't work for this company.
Well, I sure say if not good corporate citizens, then supposed for now so the law say. For let you go into care and maintenance, you get for go through them process and they fulfill their requirements and the minister and get for grants on authorization for proceed. Yes.
We look at few messages then. This one say, Mr. Minister, you see plenty Indian shops, then they come with them brothers them for work. What's the fundamental issue? We make salon people already occupy some of them positions then there.
From Ibrahim Sissé on Facebook page, they say while the suspension of Koidu Limited has raised significant concern, it's crucial that we prioritize open non-political dialogue over protesters fueled by political agendas. Two resolutions begin with understanding and cooperation from all parties, ensuring that the outcome benefits everyone involved. Let's aim for unity and positive change where all sides can smile in the end.
Francis Junior Fude say, what is the rate of the dollar now and how much Koidu Limited is paying their workers currently as compared to the dollar rate?
This from Mohammed and Mami Dumbuya. They say, Mr. Minister, some of the experts are not even competent to be in those positions. They lack the qualifications and they are also racist.
This one say, Mr. Swari, what was the Labour Ministry position when the Koidu Limited issues began? Remember, a true resolution comes from cooperation, ensuring a positive outcome for all parties involved.
Well, Musa, because of time, now the message is that okay before we inside the program.
Yeah, of course. Let's take the last one quick. The government is always having issues with mining companies. They started it with London Mining. They took the government to court after they terminated their contract. They won the case against the government. We ended up to pay big to settle them. I hope they are not repeating the same mistake. This now from today's court.
Okay, well, with the can out to the minister, you don't listen to some of the messages them, you will respond to them.
Okay, so one of the questions. First, I want to tell text them plenty thank you. I mean, this brings the program a very interactive program. So somebody talk about Indians and other people, then they bring them people then they have for can work. Well, I don't say Salon people then in other country then say they work there. I mean, let nobody not get we wrong. We not against bringing other nationals for work na ya. Waiting with they say now the facts say the law very clear the kind of people they work for bring na ya. Jobs then for which Sierra Leoneans they not get the skills there, they not get the qualifications there, they not get the competencies there, they not get the experience for do now they bring other people then for. Yeah. So in that case where the person incites, definitely we're not supposed to bring them people then there. Having said that, let also make this point known. We serve as Sierra Leoneans then because we also they talk to the business community. We say as Sierra Leoneans then we go for prepare we say for the role there. While they talk about competencies then is talk about work attitude. The typical Salon man go say in the rain, traffic you can't lead. Yeah? Or when you come the fair way no more if a person way into finance or something, once a catcher now go you don't go so temporal. You know, so the business community say get concerns. We as government want for the on the side of the law, we want for insist say you don't bring in people here we not fit the bill, we not fit the qualification we don't set out, right? Sierra Leoneans and they enough and to spare we able to take their role there. But while at that, law also spare a thought for them. It's an investment for let them able get returns, then get obligations for face for meet up on government side. So even as we talk, law be honest, sincere dialogue. Probably this is an opportunity for some civic education engagement ongoing. Enough for be not a one-off thing. I will talk to my colleague Chair Nauba. I mean, let we work together on this. But this is a major issue. You talk to almost all the private sector players, you know, then they talk about that. Somebody they talk about non-political dialogue with Koidu. I could not agree more. I mean, we don't from most my first visit na Koidu na been on 29 July last year. After that, we don't get over 10-15 meetings there. All this joint roadmap will sign and not new. Now issues that will be don't raise, who don't lay on the table, who don't sign, who don't document, who don't almost everybody who don't go to Office of National Security. We have traveled a long road, Koidu, you know, and we're still there on that journey. Because ultimately, as governments, we owe a duty to citizens for protect them, for make sure say they're not going to for protect their labor and employment rights there, while at the same time, you know, we're supposed to protect the investment with the Kanaya. His Excellency President Bill don't spend a lot of time, considerable time, for convince the private sector for either Kanaya for can invest or for expand the investment, because this is the only way we are going to be able to raise much needed tax revenues. This is the only way we are going to create jobs for people then, particularly we don't talk about creating 500,000 jobs in the next 5 years as one of the 5 big game changers. You know, so I think it's a very, very important law to do that. And we are doing that every inch of the way. The dialogue has never been political. We will not politicize it, because we do create job. They know they say you na SLPP, you na APC, now you forget the job. We then pay revenue, now government coffers, and then they invest in social service delivery. You know, they choose where work can find and come, for example, then they do roads, hospitals, and all the pick rents in it. Somebody they talk about the dollar rates, then get a whole range of grievances will be known to discuss, and like I say, we're still in conversation. The one of the things where they torpedo, where they undermine and talk there, not talking too much during the negotiations. We are talking. Government is committed to amicably resolving it in the best interest of all parties, the investments and the work money.
Will it not be program, Mr. Minister? What are you mentioned this word of assurance to Workman and Koidu Limited, because they're concerned now for the money we don't work for if the company go into liquidation.
Well, so very, very interesting. you want to talk less alone people there because if na Koidu Kumane now when they talk on a regular basis. Now your own constituency that one day because as Ministry of Labour you get for the talk to them people then they free flow. So right now we are ready this notification. We will see them we then copy we into the notification for care and maintenance. So at this stage it is notification. Okay. We then copy we that one day. The first thing we do we say go back to them and say look we don't see this notification. Waiting at the provision for staff then during this period. How long if the minister grants una, how long una go dey into care and maintenance? How about the welfare concerns, salaries and other emoluments that we use to staff? They don't come back to me. It's under discussion.
Thank you, Mr. Minister of Labour, for we genuine set the edition of the program Good Morning Salon.